Climate change is like a slow-moving storm that's already wreaking havoc on agriculture worldwide. For instance, in sub-Saharan Africa, where over 60% of the population relies directly on farming for their livelihoods and food security, rising temperatures are shrinking crop yields. A study published by the National Academy of Sciences shows that every degree Celsius increase in temperature can reduce major crop yields by about 10%. This means less food available to feed growing populations. In India, one of the world's largest rice producers, extreme weather events like floods and droughts have become more frequent, threatening the staple diet for millions. These changes aren't just numbers on a chart. They are real challenges that could spell disaster for global food supplies if we don't act fast to adapt our farming practices. Next, let's dive into how these impacts are affecting specific crops around the world. Rising sea temperatures are wreaking havoc on marine ecosystems and fisheries around the world. For example, in the Gulf of Maine, the warming waters have pushed key fish species like cod further north, leaving local fishermen struggling to catch their usual hauls. Studies show that for every 1 degree Celsius increase in ocean temperature, fish stocks can decline by up to 4%. This not only impacts fishing communities, but also disrupts global food supplies, as seafood is a crucial protein source for billions of people worldwide. In regions like West Africa, where over 20% of the population depends on fisheries for their livelihood and nutrition, such changes could be devastating. As we move forward in this discussion, it's clear that climate change isn't just about rising temperatures. It's about how these shifts ripple through our food systems, affecting everything from ocean life to global diets. In recent years, droughts in Africa have become more frequent and severe due to climate change. For example, between 2015 and 2016, Ethiopia faced one of its worst droughts in decades, affecting over 10 million people and leading to a significant food crisis. The United Nations reported that nearly half the population in some regions needed emergency food assistance. Similar stories are echoed across countries like Somalia and Kenya, where prolonged dry spells have decimated crops and livestock, pushing millions into hunger. These conditions not only lead to immediate food shortages, but also increase malnutrition rates among children and adults alike. In fact, studies show that climate-induced droughts can reduce agricultural productivity by up to 50%, making it incredibly difficult for farmers to sustain their livelihoods. As we move forward, the impact of these droughts on food security will likely intensify unless urgent action is taken. Next, let's look at how rising sea levels are affecting coastal farming communities around the world. Sustainable agriculture practices are crucial in adapting to climate change and ensuring food security. For instance, crop rotation can significantly boost soil health and reduce the need for chemical fertilizers. Studies show that rotating crops like corn and soybeans can increase yields by up to 20% compared to monoculture farming. Additionally, water conservation techniques such as drip irrigation can save up to 50% of water used in traditional flood irrigation methods. In India, farmers using these sustainable practices have seen a substantial rise in crop productivity despite erratic rainfall patterns. These examples illustrate how sustainable agriculture isn't just about preserving the environment. It's also about building resilience against climate uncertainty. As we move forward, let's explore how technology can further enhance these practices to safeguard our food supplies. Technology is stepping up in the fight against food insecurity caused by climate change. One key innovation is precision farming, which uses GPS and sensors to monitor soil moisture, nutrient levels, and crop health. For example, farmers using precision agriculture can reduce water usage by 30% and increase yields by up to 15%. This not only helps conserve precious resources, but also ensures that crops are grown more efficiently despite unpredictable weather patterns. Companies like John Deere have already integrated these technologies into their farming equipment, making them accessible to a wider range of farmers around the world. These advancements in technology are crucial as they help build resilience against climate-related challenges and ensure food security for growing populations. As we move forward, leveraging technology will be essential in our efforts to sustainably feed the planet. In Europe, farmers are embracing precision farming techniques that have proven to be game changers. For instance, in France, precision agriculture has led to an average increase of 10% in crop yields while reducing water usage by up to 30%. This method uses GPS and sensors to monitor soil conditions, moisture levels, and plant health with unprecedented accuracy. By applying fertilizers and pesticides only where they're needed, farmers can minimize waste and environmental impact. In Germany, precision farming has also helped reduce greenhouse gas emissions by optimizing machinery use and cutting down on unnecessary fuel consumption. These advancements not only boost productivity, but also play a crucial role in sustainable agriculture. As we move forward, these practices could be vital in adapting to the challenges posed by climate change. Next, let's explore how rising temperatures are affecting wheat production around the world. Governments around the world need to step up their game in supporting sustainable agriculture. For instance, according to the United Nations, investing just $15 billion annually could help small farmers adapt to climate change and boost global food security. This investment is crucial because it not only helps in developing resilient crop varieties, but also improves infrastructure like irrigation systems that are essential for farming. Take Kenya as an example. By improving water management through better policies and investments, they've seen a significant increase in agricultural productivity despite unpredictable weather patterns. These efforts need to be replicated globally to ensure food security isn't compromised due to climate change. Moving forward, we'll explore how technology can play a pivotal role in adapting agriculture to our changing environment. Consumers have a significant role in mitigating the impacts of climate change on food supplies. By choosing sustainably produced foods and reducing waste, we can make a big difference. For instance, about 1/3 of all food produced globally is wasted, which amounts to roughly 1.3 billion tons annually. This not only squanders resources, but also contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. Opting for locally sourced and organic produce reduces the carbon footprint associated with transportation and chemical fertilizers. Moreover, reducing meat consumption can have a substantial impact since livestock farming accounts for around 14% of global greenhouse gas emissions. By making informed choices at the grocery store or market, we can collectively support sustainable practices that protect our food supplies against climate change. Next, let's explore how technology and innovation are helping farmers adapt to these challenges. Community gardens across the United States have become vital hubs for local food production and resilience against climate change. For instance, in Detroit, over 1,400 community gardens now thrive, providing fresh produce to thousands of residents who might otherwise struggle with access to healthy foods. These gardens not only boost local food security, but also reduce the carbon footprint associated with long-distance transportation of goods. In New York City alone, community gardeners have cultivated more than 550 acres of land since the 1970s, turning vacant lots into vibrant sources of fresh vegetables and fruits right in the heart of urban areas. This local production model can serve as a blueprint for other cities facing similar challenges. As we look at these success stories, it's clear that community gardens are not just about planting seeds. They're about building sustainable food systems that can withstand the impacts of climate change. Next, let's explore how climate-smart agriculture is transforming global farming practices to ensure long-term food security. Preparing for future climate impacts requires long-term planning and resilience building. For example, in Bangladesh, where rising sea levels threaten crop yields, farmers are adopting new techniques like floating gardens to grow food on waterlogged land. This innovative approach has helped increase their harvests by up to 30%. Similarly, in the United States, the USDA has implemented programs that provide grants and technical assistance for climate-resilient farming practices. These efforts aim to safeguard our food systems against unpredictable weather patterns and other climate-related challenges. For instance, drought-resistant crops are being developed through genetic engineering, which could potentially increase crop yields by up to 25% in water-stressed regions. As we move forward, it's crucial that governments and communities invest in these kinds of resilient strategies to ensure food security for the future. Next, let's explore how international cooperation can further strengthen our global food supplies against climate change impacts. Australia's agricultural sector has faced unprecedented challenges due to climate change, but they've also shown remarkable resilience. For instance, farmers in Queensland have adopted drought-resistant crops and efficient irrigation systems, reducing water usage by up to 30%. In Western Australia, wheat growers are experimenting with new varieties that can withstand higher temperatures and less rainfall. These adaptations aren't just theoretical. Between 2015 and 2017, during one of the worst droughts in decades, these strategies helped maintain crop yields more effectively than traditional methods. However, this resilience is not enough to counteract all impacts. As we move into our next segment, let's explore how global food supply chains are interconnected and vulnerable to these changes.